Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is actually going to be my highly anticipated, updated NASCAR custom diecast tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a diecast like this with water slide decals. First, we have to start out on the computer or PC. So let's go there right now. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to size these templates perfectly. So first, we're going to insert our template. This is a fictional Christopher Bell car. So what you're going to want to do is click on it, and obviously this isn't already going to be open for you, and this is Google Docs, by the way, so you're going to want to open Google Docs or Microsoft Word. I believe the sizing works on both. You're going to want to right click, and then you want to go to image options, click on that, and it should bring up right here, and you're going to want to click size and rotation. This will come down, and you're going to want to print one. You're going to want to print two. But it does get a bit confusing. So here's what you do. I accidentally just bumped my screen there. So 3.31. So that's one of the sides. And then the other side, it's just slightly different. You're going to want to go to, you can also do 3.31, by the way. 3.31, you can do that, but for me, I usually do 3.228. I think it, just works a little bit better for the first one. And so that one's actually for the sides. So we're gonna wanna, go here, click copy, paste, paste. Now I know that this is a lot of them, but you're just gonna wanna crop to each point that you're gonna use. So just crop it like that. And we're gonna crop it again. And then we're gonna crop this one. This one is for the front bumper. Now, I've actually been printing them a little bit differently. This is actually the first time I'm doing this method, but my friend who's been making customs for a while insists that this is the best sizing. So, we're gonna take his word. I'm gonna take his word. Alright, and then we're gonna wanna insert our image again. The same one. And then, so he says, I'll read the text directly to you. He says the first one, 3.31 by 3.31, but I do 3.31 by 3.28. I guess we could do 3.31 by 3.31. Wait. Oh, yeah. Just, well, because it's cropped, so it's like already like that. I think it'll be fine the way it is. Actually, I'll redo it. It'll take me literally 2 seconds, so who really cares? By 3.31. He insists, so I don't really have a problem with doing 3.31 by 3.28 because it's the way I've done it for a while. So again, like I said, crop it just like this. You're going to want to crop them just all like that. And you can just do one, just print two of them. But I'm doing them separately and cropping them because, oh gosh, that wasn't cropping them. I'm doing it separately and cropping them because I don't want to waste ink. That's the whole point, because ink is expensive, especially for the inkjet printer. Okay, now we're going to insert that same image again. And this one we're going to print by 3.69 by 3.49. So 3.69, but oh, there's a 6 in there. Okay, that was bad. 3.49, or at least that's what he says. And he says that that one's for the back bumper, the top, and the hood. Yeah, so it is a bit stretched on the sides. I mean, I guess it probably would be a little bit big. So again, we're cropping. I'm just gonna go like that to give it a little bit of room. Okay, right there. Oh, nah, because we gotta go like this, because Okay, so that does waste a little bit of ink, unfortunately. That kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Okay. Now this does look, it looks really wonky, I know. Okay, we're gonna actually copy this again. We're gonna paste that. And because I want to get the deck lid, because I want to make sure that I got every piece. There we go, so that's the template. And then you're just gonna print it. I'll go down there right now and show you what kind of decal paper to use and how to do it. I'll be right back. Alright, so the brand of decal paper you're going to want to use is Hayes Paper Company. You can get this in like a 20-piece on Amazon. I already took it out of the package, but once you take the paper out of the package, you're going to see that there's a glossy side and the other side that just looks like normal paper. You're going to want to put the glossy side face down inside the printer when you print it. And now I'm going to show you how to coat the decals with the acrylic sealant to make sure that the ink doesn't come off. Alright, so the next step of the process is once you've printed your decals, you're going to want to just put them on a surface that you don't mind getting dirty. So this is just a mat that I used to paint on. And I know it's really zoomed in, I'm sorry for that. Take some Krylon acrylic sealer, or any acrylic sealer brand for that matter, and apply an even but semi-thick coat. So like this. Okay, yeah. Alright, now that you've done that, you're just going to want to take it and dry it evenly with a blow dryer. I'm not going to show that because that's kind of straightforward. Alright, so the next step in the process is to use an apple barrel, like paint bottle, and put the car on top of it, or just like a generic paint bottle if that's what you have. So put that there, some generic Krylon gloss, white, so now I'm going to rotate the tripod a bit, zoom in there, and just an even coat. So that's all you're gonna do. Alright, now that you're done with that, you're going to pick up the bottle. Shouldn't be too much paint on there, so it shouldn't be too sticky. What you're going to want to do is put your finger underneath, kind of, and just carefully lift it off like this. And, okay, so lift it off like that, and then I'm going to show you how to dry it. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is get a box, cut a hole that would be big enough to fit the tip of a blow dryer in it, and cut a hole on the side of the box. And then keep a hole, or not a hole, just one of the sides open like that. Take the freshly painted car, like this, place it inside. Now that it's inside there, get a piece of tape, like this, a semi-long piece of tape, and there's a dog barking, so if you hear that, that's not, I don't know, sorry about that. And then close the box up like this. You can, it doesn't have to be perfect, just so it's sealed. And then what you're going to want to do is take your blow dryer. You're going to want to put the blow dryer in there. You're going to want to blast hot air into there for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then do the same thing but with cold air. That will cure the paint immediately, and you can repeat the process of painting and putting it back in there as many times as you want. But I'm only going to do it once for the sake of this video, and I'll come back when I'm done blasting it with the hot and cold air. Alright, so now that all that is complete, what you're going to need is some paper towel to put down under it, another paper towel just off to the side, your car, a pair of tweezers, some scissors, and your decals, obviously. So cut out your decals, just like loosely, like this. Alright, and now what we're going to do first is actually the sides. So in order to do the sides, you actually have to do the hood, which is kind of weird. So like, the sides have to match up with the hood because this part goes into that part. So I thought I was going to do the sides first, but I just realized that I probably should do the hood first. So we're going to cut out the front bumper, actually. So now we got the front bumper like that. We're just going to want to keep cutting around it. I hope it's in frame. Let me see if it's in frame. Here, I'll move you guys like that a little bit. But we're going to keep cutting around it. If you hear barking, that's my dog, so sorry for that. So keep carefully cutting around it. You're going to want to be pretty careful as to not cut off any part of the decal that you need. Now, I am aware that this is a Mustang, and the one I just showed me spray painting was a Chevy. It's because I already had painted the Mustang and already had the decals and whatnot. And I couldn't obviously paint a car that was already painted for a video, so I just painted a Chevy. So, yep, we're cut out the front bumper. It's okay. I mean, if you get a little bit of it on there, I mean, it's not gonna hurt it too terribly. And all right, now we got the decal. So you're gonna wanna put it in your bowl of water. Room temperature water, doesn't have to be cold, doesn't have to be hot. Room temperature is what you need. Leave it in there for like 10 to 20 seconds, and while that's happening, you can start cutting out your next decal. So you can use all your time. Okay. All right. So get the hood cut out here. Now the red part, that's just for some reason when I printed some decals for a different car, it kind of got messed up, and those decals were didn't have a rear bumper on them, so that's what we're doing now. I just printed them out so that I could use them. All right. Now you can leave it in the water for more than 10 to 20 seconds. You can leave it in there for 2 minutes if you wanted. And you see, don't do what I just did. I didn't even know that there was paint on my hands, and it got onto the decal. So you can try to just like rub it off with your finger, which does actually work sometimes. See, it just worked for me. So I'm not gonna have to reprint the decal, but avoid doing it with paint on your hands. I should have, said that. I didn't even know that there was paint on my hands. So I'm not gonna go wash my hands. I'll just have to be very careful the rest of the time. So just cut the hood out the best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. All right. Try to get it off there. Okay, put that in the water. And now we're going to grab the front fascia. Oh, see, it's coming out. It's already coming off the paper a little bit. Okay. Oh, see, it's bending. You want to try to avoid that as best you can. But it likes to do that, so don't let it do that. And make sure you don't put it on backwards, because I know some decal paper, it's meant to go on backwards. This isn't, so put it on that way. All right, so once you got it sitting on the car there, in kind of the position you want it, just kind of move it around with your tweezers a bit until you get it exactly where you need it. Just don't press too hard with the tweezers, it'll rip it, but You just kind of move it around with the tweezers. It'll be fine. So you can use your finger to kind of help. Don't leave your finger on it for too long because it'll get stuck to it and peel it off. But now you grab that second piece of, paper towel, and you just kind of fold it like this and bunch it up a little bit. And you can just set the car on there like that. And you can take it, obviously, like if it's not cooperating, you can just go like that. You can always rub it on the decal to get air bubbles out. Not gonna hurt it, or it shouldn't hurt it, I should say. See, now we got it on there. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna get your hood out now. Okay, got the hood. Grab the hood like that, place it on the hood because it's the hood. Now, it will be a bit big, but I mean, that's kind of what you got to do. So you can trim it down before you put it on. I should have mentioned. But you can trim it down after you put it on. I didn't realize it'd be too big, like, because I'll tell you when doing the decals, when I was, like, making them, that I will tell you this is my first time doing it this way, only because my friend said it was better, and I'm taking his word for it. So far, I think it is. I just think the sizing's a bit off. So you can hold it like this with the tweezers, put the scissors on it, and trim it. I don't really recommend it because it can end badly, but I mean, it can work, and it has worked for me before, and I'm gonna have to make it work again because the decal didn't print the right size. Alright, so that's as much as I'm going to trim it now because I don't want to trim it too much, and you can see it folded there, so just grab the part that folded with the tweezers and hold it by that so it doesn't fold while you're putting it on. And if it does, like it just did for me, you can usually use the tweezers to kind of force it to unfold. And if it doesn't work, because it's been folded for too long, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to be it's not going to be too noticeable when the car is done. I wouldn't worry about it. So the blue on the hood kind of just not like getting on there very well. And so this is what I'm gonna do now. If I can get the decal off. You can't try to take the decal off when it's still drying though, because when it is dry. Don't take it off when it's dry. It'll rip, so gotta do it still while it's wet. Okay, I'm cutting that piece off. Kind of some DIY a little bit. I'm gonna set that to the side if it'll let me. And I'm going to trim the black on this decal down because there's too much of it. And like I said, you got to be super careful. All right. Now, if you trimmed it too short, please don't worry. Black paint will blend right in with it if it's a black decal. And you can usually always mix paint colors correctly or semi-correctly to, help it. So I don't worry too much about it. Now I'm going to take the piece I just cut off, and I'm going to try to position it to the point where, a little piece got stuck to the back. Usually that's pretty easy to get off, but sometimes, with other things, not so much. Okay. If my head's in frame, I'm sorry. Don't really know if it was, but, okay. And you can overlap decals. I mean, I try to avoid it, but in this case, like, decal was too big. Like, it's either too big or too small. I'd rather have too big. Well, actually, I don't really know what I'd rather have. Like, because I could have both, and they'd both kind of suck. This decal does not want to go on. This is a really bad example. Like, I'm trying to do a tutorial here, and it don't want to work. It's really making me look bad. Come on. I've never had issues with a custom this bad before, I promise. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Hood design done. Hood design done. Now we're going to do the sides. We're going to do the left side first, so the driver's side. Now here's what you're going to want to do. Trim around it like this. Try not to cut parts that you want to use. I think that's a given. And we're going to cut it out like very carefully. I don't know if you can see, but I'm cutting around the black. Now you want to cut, each custom you do, you're going to want to cut into sections like this. And then I'm going to cut up here through the black. And I'm going to go up and over through the whatever post. I think it's the A post, so I'm going to go up and over through the A post, and that's what it's going to look like. Now, obviously, every paint scheme is different, so you're going to have to do it differently for each car, but this is how I do it for most of them. I try to cut it into pieces so I'm not just wrapping one whole side of the car, because it does get very, very annoying trying to do that. Where'd that piece of paper I just threw go? Where'd it go? Right here. Did I cut off more black than I needed to? Okay, I guess I didn't cut off more black than I needed to. It just kind of looked like I did. Okay. And now, if you have an inkjet printer, because I'm using an inkjet printer, I should have mentioned that, but I don't know if I don't remember if I filmed, because I filmed most of this video yesterday. I don't remember if I filmed printing the decals. If I did, it'll be in the video. If I didn't, if I did, it's already been in the video. If I didn't, it hasn't been. Okay. And done. Wait, there's a little piece of blue on the tip there. Okay, done. So let me show you how this will line up. It should line up like that. Obviously, like, it's not off the backing yet, so it's not gonna look like as good, but yeah. So now we're gonna do the side panel, excluding the sponsor, the main sponsor, but we're gonna include the smaller logos on the side here. Like so. So that's gonna fit like right there. It'll all fit together very nicely when we're done, I promise. Okay. And I'm probably only gonna show how to do one side. I'm probably not gonna show the other side because I might. And okay. Sometimes you want to dip the decal back into the water to like get it more lubricated so it, you know, goes on there better, but smaller decals like that, I kind of forgot, not really supposed to do it that way, and it folded, but, you know, like I said, usually pretty easy to unfold them when they fold. Okay, get this part right here. Okay. Alright, trying to get this in perfect position. Alright. I don't think it's going to get any better than that, so let's press it down like that. Alright, that looks really good actually. So now let's grab that side panel, throw it in there, and while we're doing that, we can cut out the rest. So there's the rear, above the tire and the rear quarter panel, so we gotta do that. And this piece is going to go over the rear wheel, like I already said. Okay, now it's time to apply the side panel, which is usually the easiest part. Put it back in the water, get it a little bit more lubricated there. Okay. Okay, trying to keep my head out of frame if I can help it at all. Okay. Oh. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So let's press it down. Okay, yeah, that looks really good there. So now we're gonna do this part, throw it in the water there. And while we're doing that, we can cut out the part that goes over the window. I'm cutting it kind of off camera because I feel like it's just easier to do it that way. All right, so it's gonna fit on there like that. We can get the quarter panel on now. This die cast is looking really good. Oh, see, like I told you, don't rest your finger on a decal for too long. It rips it off. Now we gotta get this decal back on there, which was the most tedious part of the whole thing. Gosh darn it. It's covering the D on dude wipes a little bit, so I gotta... Okay. Be very careful. Okay. That's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, now the dude wipes side sponsor decal. Oh, that decal's coming off now, of course. Okay, now that one decal come off, they're all gonna come off. Okay, let's press it down now. Let's get this part that pressing it down didn't get. Now let's do the part that goes above the window. Ooh, did you guys hear that crack? That was my neck. Dang. Okay. Okay. Put your finger in the wheel well, kind of like that. Just kind of press those decals that are in the wheel well in. Is looking really good. Oh, the dude lettering kind of came down a little bit on the side. I'm just pushing it back up with my finger, and it pulled it off. Darn it. Now, I did print my own decals. I know a lot of you are going to use like Pato's Place or something to get your decals, but I don't. I print my own because the shipping costs for Pato's Place are too expensive for me. If the shipping costs weren't so expensive, I would definitely order them. Okay, try to keep my head out of frame like I said. Okay, bring this down, bring this down, bring this down. Okay, this is like the hardest decal to get on because you got to get it just right. Oh my gosh. It's not going to go on, I don't think. Okay. Oh my gosh, the front fascia came off. Okay, push that back down. Okay. And press it down. Press it down. Okay, that was really good. Now let's do the top or the roof. The roof looks like it's actually going to fit pretty nicely. Put it in the water. I'm going to get the rear end cut out. Deck lid is pretty self-explanatory. You just got to trim it down a bit. So I guess I will show the deck lid because I feel like I need to. Now the deck lid, if the deck lid's white and there's just a little logo on it, just cut the logo out. Don't bother cutting the whole deck lid out. It gets kind of annoying. Okay, let's see how this fits. I've never sized it like that. Oh, that actually fits amazingly. Okay. All right, let's get the roof here. Okay. And a little bit wet like that. Okay. Looks like the dude wipes text on the on the roof is going to have to get chopped off if we want this to fit correctly. Alright, so okay, dog's barking. Let me cut the video. This might be a little bit different of a camera angle, guys, but the dog was barking. Had to go stop that. So, got the roof on the car now. Okay, so here's the deck lid. Put that in the water. And where'd the rear end go? Must have fell down when I went to stop the dog from barking. It's obviously here somewhere. It didn't just grow legs and walk away. It's probably on the ground. Let me see. Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. I know you guys probably saw it there the whole time. I'm legitimately blind. Okay, like I said with the deck lid, you just gotta cut off the logo. If it's a white deck lid, don't bother cutting off the whole deck lid. It gets annoying really quickly. Okay. Okay, let's press down on that. Okay, now we got the rear end. Put the rear end on. And press down. So that's how to do all the main parts. I'm not going to show you guys how to do the other side because, it's pretty self-explanatory, same as the first side. So that's how to make a custom NASCAR diecast pretty much. Then just put it back together and hot glue the base back on. Shouldn't be too hard. So that's all I'm going to show for this video. So once again, that's how to make a custom NASCAR diecast. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Once you've completed everything, this is what your custom should look like. It should look like a real Lionel Racing diecast. Now, it's okay if it doesn't look very good on your first try, as obviously, it takes some, practice to get it perfect, but I've been doing it for a few weeks now, and they turn out pretty good. Even my third custom was really good, so you guys will get the hang of it in no time. If you guys want to see more custom videos, let me know in the comments. I'll probably be doing a review on this car and most of the other customs I have. So, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'm going to leave a link to where I got the templates for them. See you guys next time. Goodbye.